Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janice. I am 26 years old and I am a school psychologist entering my first year in exactly a month from today. Oh, I have chills even though it's 100 degrees today in Brooklyn, New York. This video is going to be a sit-down one. Obviously, I am at my part-time job. For those of you who watched me a while, for those of you who haven't and this is your first video with me, hi, it's very nice to meet you. The first thing I want to say is thank you to all of my subscribers. I have grown a little bit as I was actually taking a break from YouTube. Very ironic, but I guess that's how those things happen. So thank you to my new followers and also my old ones who have been following me throughout my journey since actually my practicum year. Today's video is going to be about how I secured a job in the Department of Education in New York City. The first thing I want to share with you guys is that you have to have the utmost patience and determination in this process. This was something I've shown in my last few videos, like, oh, I was like super excited to hear back from someone in an email or get a confirmation about an interview, and the reality is that I had to go on a plethora of interviews. I had originally thought that I would have one interview here, two interviews here, I'd get an offer, I'd get something. And the reality of the situation was I would be going on a lot of interviews from May. I started at the end of May through basically to the end of July, where I got a job offer that I actually accepted. There are many ways that you can secure a job with the Department of Education. For me, I had emailed many people who I've gotten emails from my program. My program was very good about sending out, here's a job posting here, here's an opening here, here's someone's email, they know you. It's all about securing interviews and reaching out to people in areas of interest to you, meaning that you can travel to them. If you are not willing to travel the distance, as Hercules said, if you're not willing to go the distance, then do not waste the other person's time, do not waste your time scheduling an interview. Another thing is to maintain your relationships with your practicum supervisor and your internship supervisor, because both of those people, for me, thank God, they were so amazing, and they also sent me people who were district supervisors who were looking to hire school psychologists. So I was also able to reach out to those people, which just added out to the amount of kind of possibilities that I had for me. The DOE itself has like an application that you can fill out online, and it also puts you in the job finder realm. No one has gotten a job that I know of through there. They usually do find a job before that through people that they know, but that's also another option. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty details of how I actually secured my job. First off, you have to reach out to district supervisors. The district supervisor is going to be your kind of right-hand man, basically, throughout your career. So you have to reach out to those supervisors, and they have an interview with you. They ask you questions based on your experience. A lot of it was experience questions, sharing your weaknesses, your strengths, and also questions about maybe whatever's kind of plaguing their district. So some districts had a lot of students with dyslexia issues, some had autism, ADHD, and they would ask like maybe more specific questions about those things, how you would screen for them. And then if they picked you, they would basically send your resume to a principal who would then reach out to you and schedule an interview with you. So as you can see, this is a very involved process where your resume is kind of passed on from person to person to person. And then there was also instances where the district supervisor would send it to another district supervisor and be like, okay, we don't have any openings with principals here, but she's a good candidate, and can you take a look at her and send, you know, some principals if you have openings in your district. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there were some interviews that really were very nerve-wracking for me, and I kind of froze, or I also kind of broke out in hives, or I felt my face getting really red. These are some things that had gotten easier like throughout the process. By the time I was doing my 5th interview, everything kind of just flowed out of me and I was ready to talk. So if you're experiencing those feelings and those experiences, it's completely normal. Do not stress. They also know, like at least for the district supervisors, they know that you're new. They know that you're new and they're going to be patient with you if they're the right district supervisor for you. For my particular school that I accepted an offer at, I first had a phone conversation with the assistant principal of special education, and that was about an hour. And then the following day I met with her and her special education team on Zoom or Google Meets or Microsoft Teams, one of those. And they kind of just asked me questions about my experience, what I would need to work on, how I, plan to stay organized, how to handle my caseload. And then the following week I went in person to the school and I interviewed with the principal and the AP of special education, and that was about an hour as well. And a few hours later I got the email with the official offer and I accepted it. But I just want to say, mind you, this is a very stressful process. If you are feeling stressed trying to find a job right now, I am 100% by your side. I understand what you're going through, but you have to stay consistent and you have to be persistent. You have to reach out to these district supervisors and the principals and say, hey, like, here's my resume again, or just a reminder, just following up. You just have to remain interested, determined, and patient. Very hard, especially when there's anxiety and feelings of like, am I not good enough to get this job? Like, why did I do this kind of questions going on? You can't give up on yourself, especially because you got your education, you're done with your education. This is just securing the job. Overall, I'm just really grateful that I have a job. I know some of my friends still haven't secured a job, and today is August 6th. School in New York City starts September 6th, so for staff at least, not for the kids. So I know that a lot of my friends are still very stressed, and I'm just super grateful that I got this job offer and I accepted it, and I felt like I really did get along with the staff the best. Out of all the other interviews I had, I didn't feel intimidated. I felt very comfortable. You have to keep this in mind, because not only are you being interviewed, you're interviewing them. Like, don't forget that. Like, this is going to be your place of work. You want to be comfortable where you're working. You want to be able to go to your AP, go to your social work, or go to your family work, or go to your other school psychologist. If there's someone else working with you, you want to be able to go up to them and be like, hey, I have a question about this, without feeling like you're bothering them, or you can't ask them a question like you're afraid of them. So there were some interviews I went on where I felt like that, and I followed up with them and I said like, hey, I don't think this is going to be a good fit. So also understand that it goes both ways. The interview is for the both of you. For the final part of this video, I just want to talk about some tips and tricks to kind of securing a job. The first thing is, when you're going in person anywhere, have all of your reports printed out. Or any report. I brought my psych eval, I brought my FBA, I brought my consultation, and I also brought my academic intervention, a copy of my resume, because sometimes they don't print them out, and they're also interviewing a lot of people, so just make sure you come prepared with your portfolio. The other thing is to check your emails. I know summertime, it's very hard to like stay on top of checking your emails, but please check your emails. You will miss something if you're not staying on top of it. Like, I know summertime, especially after you graduate, like everything feels great, but you have this like looming anxiety also that you have to find a job. So the quicker you reach out to people, the more you get back to them, the quicker the whole process will be. And just a final tip, which I hope is, kind of just basic for you guys. Be yourself in every interview. Be yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with them. Whoever is interviewing you, you do not want to put on this fake persona and then have to kind of stick with it for however long you're working for that district or that school. I personally was myself through every interview, and I stick by that, and I think that was an important part of the process because I did not want to pretend to be someone I wasn't. So just be honest with yourself and just trust in the process no matter how stressful it may be. Okay, you guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more content. We have first year school psychologist content coming towards you very soon. I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be checking in with you soon. Bye.